Home renovations, such as adding a fence or building an addition, can be an exciting process. Hi, I'm Annie with the Santa Ana Planning and Building Agency, and I'm here to help explain the regulations and submission process for developing accessory dwelling units, also known as ADUs. To increase housing availability, California implemented new laws that streamline planning and eliminate barriers to construction of ADUs. Accessory dwelling units have also been known as granny flats, guest houses, and mother-in-law units. But for our purposes, they are additional housing units that property owners can construct to provide additional living space on their lot. Those units can be attached, detached, or existing buildings that have been converted, such as a garage or workshop. To begin, let's go over a few definitions. A junior accessory dwelling unit, or JADU, means a unit that is no more than 500 square feet in size and is contained entirely within the walls of the single-family residence, including attached garages. It should include a cooking appliance and independent exterior access. The JADU may include a separate sanitation facility or may share the bathroom with an interior access to the existing residence. JADUs created in the attached garage are not protected by the same parking exemptions as ADUs and are subject to replacement parking. For ADU development, the term multifamily means a building with 2 or more attached dwelling units. Now that we know what we're talking about, let's look at where ADUs and JADUs are allowed and what regulations apply. ADUs and JADUs may be permitted in all zoning districts where residential or mixed-use development are permitted. If your property is a single-family residence, you can build a maximum of 1 ADU. You can also build a JADU if the ADU is no more than 800 square feet in size. If a JADU is proposed on the lot, the owner must reside in the main residence or the JADU. Want to build an ADU on a site developed with a multifamily building? Not to worry. You may convert existing non-habitable square footage within the building as long as it does not exceed 25% of the number of units on the site. For example, a 16-unit building can have a maximum of 4 internal ADUs. Sites developed with a multifamily building are also permitted to construct or to convert existing detached accessory buildings, garages, carports, or covered parking structures to a maximum of 2 ADUs. Now, let's get back to some numbers and discuss the ADU development standards. Attached and detached ADUs must be a minimum of 220 square feet and maybe a maximum of 1,000 square feet, provided all development standards are met. The maximum height for attached ADUs is the same as the main building. For detached ADUs, the maximum height is 20 feet or 2 stories. For both attached and detached ADUs, the minimum side and rear yard setback must be 4 feet. A detached ADU must be separated from the primary building by at least 15 feet, unless you are converting an existing structure. You must also leave a continuous open space of at least 1,200 square feet with 15 feet minimum dimensions in any direction. Attached ADUs may be up to a maximum of 50% of the size of the main dwelling on the site, not to exceed 1,000 square feet in size. Existing accessory structures may be converted into an ADU and may be expanded by up to 150 square feet of the existing footprint. Some of these development standards can be reduced if site constraints or existing conditions prevent an 800 square foot ADU from being achieved. So let's talk about parking. Parking for ADUs is not required if the ADU is located half a mile walking distance of public transit, is in a historic district, is a conversion of an existing building or structure, is located in an area where parking permits are required but not offered to ADU occupants, is within 1 block of a car share vehicle, or if the ADU is constructed as a studio without bedrooms. When an existing garage or carport is converted to an ADU, replacement of those off-street parking spaces is not required.
You can provide parking on the property as an amenity for occupants of the primary residence or the ADU.
Parking locations must meet zoning requirements. If your house is a designated historic property, any changes to the house's exterior, including adding an ADU, must ensure that the historic context and setting of the building are maintained. To move forward with constructing an ADU or JADU, you can submit your application online, along with detailed plans prepared by a professional and requirements as outlined on the submittal checklist. If the submitted project conforms with the city code requirements, the Planning Division will approve the design. If not, we will gladly work with you to adjust your plans for approval. We hope this video helped guide you through the process of applying for an ADU. For more information, go to our website at www.santa-ana.org/departments/planning-division and have a wonderful day.